Bonjour.
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vinland Saga Season 1, Episode 20 and also 21 today. 2 episodes on the Sunday, that's gonna be great. Remember that if you're watching this on YouTube, you can come on my Patreon to have already my reactions and my thoughts to the 4 next episodes, because on YouTube maybe you're gonna have to wait one more day or maybe 1 more week, so if you can't wait, you know, and if you want to support me also, you can come on my Patreon for that, and you have a longer reaction part. And for Vinland Saga, in fact, I put a lot of full reaction part, everything, and no matter what, I'm not playing with opacity, I'm not cutting that much, and also, if you want these advantages, you have my Patreon for that. And I'm saying it, you know, at the beginning of this intro and not at the end of it this time, because it's also a reminder that if you want to help me, to support me with this channel, with these videos, but also in general to help me, Patreon, you know, it's a good way to do it. It's €5 to have access to all of the extended reaction part that I'm gonna put during the months that you're subscribing, but also all of the ones that I put before that, you know, that I published before that, and €10 for the month, you know, and you're gonna have access to all of the videos that I posted before, you know, about Vinland Saga, but also Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia. I'm saying animes because I can imagine that you're interested by animes, you know. And I'm saying that because, yes, maybe this month I need your help more than usually, because last time that we saw each other, I was not feeling great because I had some issues with my external hard disk, hard drive. It's still the case, I don't have it back. It's still really frustrating, it's stressing me also a lot still now. They are working on it, they are telling me that they can not repair it, but they can take back, you know, the data from it, but it's gonna take a long time, but I don't know how much they can have, I don't know how much it's gonna cost me also. I already paid €150 just to pay for a new external hard drive so they can put the data, you know, that they're gonna recover on it. I don't know, I can imagine that it's gonna cost me, you know, the repairs as much, something like that, and clearly I told you about it these last weeks. My main priority into my life, it was to put stuff into my fridge. Like the situation, my situation is like that, but also the situation in Europe is like that, with really electricity, gas, all of the energy prices, and also in stores, you know, all of the food prices, which are really touching the sky at this point, you know. But you know, each time that I'm saying that, I'm like, no, it can be worse. It's gonna be worse. Maybe in 1 week it can be worse. So each time I'm like, no. But it's like that. The situation is bad. So really, my main priority for me normally is to put stuff into my fridge. So clearly, this money, this extra money to buy extra stuff, it's putting me into some difficulties. So that's why right there during this intro I'm telling you all of that about Patreon earlier during the intro, because maybe more person are gonna listen to it. I'm telling it to you because I'm into that situation, and I want you guys also to know that this situation didn't change, in case you wanted updates about it, because you're just watching my reaction videos about Vinland Saga and not about other stuff, and you're not following me, you know, on Twitter or other platforms. You have the update, you have the information about what is happening around it, and you have also that thing about Patreon. If you want and if you can, you know, support me on my Patreon. Each time I'm saying it, if you want, but also if you can. Believe me, I know that it can be difficult, you know, this period of time, so it's really only if you can. Don't put yourself into any difficulty just to help me, you know. Like, if you're already into some difficulties yourself, you're not gonna put yourself into more difficulties because of me, you know, because you want to help me. Do you understand what I mean? So it's really if you want, I mean if you can. Okay, about Vinland Saga. The last episodes were cool, were great, and at the end, you know, everything is turning great. If we're considering that it's okay, like, we can forget the fact that Thorkel just lost an eye, but at the same time, I'm like, he forgot about it, like, really, it was done and he didn't talk about it. He's not even mad at Thorfinn. I'm pretty sure that this crazy guy admires Thorfinn even more for that. But you know, like, really, Thorfinn cost him 2 fingers, 1 eye. He's okay with it, and he's gonna be friend now with Thorfinn and Askeladd. Like, everything is okay. I'm okay with that. Like, I love the fact that these two are not gonna kill each other. I love the fact that we're gonna keep Thorkel with us. He's gonna be into some fights with us and all because he's cool, he's fun, and it's gonna be nice. And also because he knows a lot about Thors. He already began to talk about Thors when Thors disappeared, and also when Thors reappeared only for him to tell him, I'm gonna run away because I discovered what a true warrior means and it's not that. I want to run away. So maybe we're gonna have other memories like that, other informations about Thors and all, and I'm all for that. I want for Thorfinn to really meet his dad, because that's something about Thorfinn, the fact that he only knew his dad when he was a young kid. So, you know, I'm seeing it a lot. Kids, they don't know really their parents. Like, they know their parents as dad and mom for what they represent, but it's by growing up, by becoming an adult, that you're finally meeting your parents as adults, as human beings. And Thorfinn never had that chance to really meet his dad, to know his background, to know really his qualities and also his defaults. And for now, he just idolizes, you know, his dad, and in fact, he doesn't know him. So through maybe Thorkel and what Thorkel is gonna tell him, he can meet his dad, and maybe he's gonna understand a little more what his dad taught him about what a true warrior is, about not using his sword and all. It's gonna be difficult because Thorkel himself didn't understand that. And it was fun, you know, to see that it was so shocking for Thorkel to have someone telling him, I know better than you what a true warrior is, because Thorkel, before that, considered himself as a true warrior, the best warrior. Like, he's so strong, he's so great and all. And it was a shock for him. He regretted that he didn't follow Thors to understand that. And I think that since then, he always wondered about that. He always searched for that answer. He even asked to Thorfinn for that answer. And you can recognize that Thorfinn doesn't have that answer. And he saw also that Canute has the same look, you know, than Thors had. So maybe he thinks now that by following Canute, he's gonna know what a true warrior is at some point. No matter what is crude, you know, and Canute proved it that he was crude. Like, the king wants Canute to be killed, you know, to not exist anymore. So you can't bring him back to the king. He's not gonna appreciate it, you know, unofficially, he's not gonna appreciate it. You can't bring back his head, you know, you can't kill him, because officially you're gonna be the one who killed the prince, so you're an enemy. So really, in fact, Thorkel is screwed. He has no option, no real choice with what he can do with Canute, and Canute can teach him, maybe can show him what a true warrior is. So 2 reasons already to follow Canute, and the third reason, it's really because Canute said, I want to go to the king, I want to fight him. And really, if we know something about Thorkel, it's the fact that he's not loyal to one side in particular, but he really enjoys fights, wars, and he's really putting himself on the side which is gonna give him, you know, entertaining things, you know, entertaining fights. So really, right there, Canute facing his dad, the king, to take the throne, for sure he's gonna be on his side. So that's it. We have now Thorkel following Canute, who wants to face the king, to kill the king. And we're gonna have also Askeladd and Thorfinn following them, because Askeladd, him is truly involved with Canute and he truly believes into him. He also confessed that he killed Ragnar. That was really something that I didn't expect at all. But Canute accepted it because he just had that light moment, you know, discovering that love, life, death, you know, it's beyond everything, and that people shouldn't be killed just like that because you won't eat, but they should die for a good reason. And that reason for Canute now is to build that new paradise, to have people like he thinks that he wants them. I said it like that. I'm like, okay, why not? I'm waiting for really what you're gonna do, what you're gonna decide, Canute, because people who are thinking like that can really become quickly dictators. So not saying that it's gonna be wrong, but just saying that careful, really careful with that. We'll see about it, and I'm gonna see that during this episode. Like I said, if you want, you have my Patreon on which you have 4 episodes of advance, meaning 2 weeks of advance, longer reaction part for Vinland Saga, a lot full reaction part, and it's the best way to support me if you want and if you can. Let's go for this episode! Already?
Yo, Floki! やる気か？相手になるぜ。控えよ、トルケン。槍を持って出迎えるのが貴様の霊か。いや、そのようなことは決して。アスカルと。なぜ貴様が？耳が聞こえるの。
He never told to Thorfinn that Floki ordered him to kill Thors.
我がような戦士団は敵軍襲来とのご報を受けました。
Canute, you're really gonna become a source of memes and gifts for me, like his face. Doesn't know, for sure he doesn't know Thorfinn. And you didn't recognize him neither.
今はまだ仕掛けてはならぬ。私の味方はこの軍中に少ない。手回しの時間がいる。トルケル、そなたは一度裏切ったが、今も各部族の首領たちと交わり、関係を修復しておけ。
You think you can do that?
あんたのおごりでジャカジャカ酒飲むってこと？他の首領を誘ってだぞ。あんたについてきて正解だったぜ。
Someone can go with him for the strategy thing? Yes, I prefer that.
そんな様のすべてを天空の高みから見下ろしておられるのだろう。許せぬ。
Release his face! I'm never gonna get over that. You hate your god now.
死ぬかもしれん。神はきっと私を埋めて身元へ召そうとするだろう。その時私はこういうのだ。もはや天の国も試練もいらぬ。我々の楽土は地上にある。
It's a sweet dream that I can appreciate, but again, that close to talking like a dictator. Daddy! Did you miss me? I want to see his brother.
陛下よりお預かりした兵を失ってしまった負傷の身に余ります。地方をよれ。
Are we gonna finally see your face?
お待ちください。どうだ、トルフィン。いるな。20人ってところか。殿下、副兵です。どうやら王陛下はこちらの腹をお察しのようですな。
He prepared an ambush right there.
何があっても剣を抜いてはならんぞ。先に抜いた方の負けだ。
Now into the throne place room to defend himself or to attack first?
そこでよい。ひざまずけ。
Old, weak and sick.
クヌートの見立て10歩前へ進めほんのわずかの間に変わったが世の若き日に似ておるされば
Meaning that he's gonna evolve and be like you?
世は父である洗脳を国外へ追い放ちそれが王国のために良きことと信じたからだ、洗脳は生残忍にして臆病者だった
Talking about your dad, right?
こんだけの護衛に囲まれて何言ってやがる黙れ聞こえるぞ腹毛を使う気はねえってね
Stressed for Canute.
良きことをなした良きことをなせぬと思うておっただがクヌートよ力を使うのは王ではない王冠の意志が使うのだ
Something bigger. I can appreciate that, you know, like, it's not just the king, it's something bigger. He can talk about God, he can talk about his country. Power also, the idea of power. Are you so direct with that? I did not expect it. Everyone is gonna know that you attacked your own son?
姿に幸運の一部をやろうそこで聖書でも読みながら嫌だと申すならこの場で死ぬがよい
そのお言葉も王冠が言わせているのですが陛下
クヌート様の重視オラフの子アシュラッドと申します王子殿下はロンドンよりトルケルという戦力を奪い取りましたロンドンの富は無傷のまま陛下のものとなります
You're trying to convince him with political reasons, with strategic things. Clearly, it's not what Canute wanted.
この小坂新たな領地の活用において各将軍に動揺を与えます
It can work, it can work.
口の回る男だアシェラッド灰まみれか
That's a translation of your
誰
name?
であろう貴様の父が授けた名を申せただアシェラッドと父は私に名を与えませんでした
No?
出かけの子か奴隷に産ませた子かの
He's testing you, he's testing you, he's testing you.
なんだアシュラッドがここまで怒るなんて
世は明日ヨークに立つかの地にて宴席を設け褒美はそこで授けよう
You're gonna poison his food, his drink. But at least, Askeladd, you saved the three of you.
肝を冷やしましたぞっていうか
そなたの察する通り王には今私を殺すだけの大義名分がない
That's what I thought, but clearly,
こちらさえ軽挙に出ねば王の内部ところはむしろ安全だろう
ではなおこと先ほどの
スベン王は王冠の奴隷というわけだ
it can mean a lot of things, you know. The power, the entire country, people telling him how to do stuff.
少々警戒せねばならんな
Hmm?
全国の骨から覚えなさい
Hey. I'm wondering, you know, Thorfinn drunk,
私はビリバル
how it would be.
お忘れですか
Eh? Eh? Why is this change?
好き放題に生きながら周りの者に憎まれない
He's true to himself.
無事のご帰還お喜び申し上げますこの軍なるどれほどに心配したご入場にもでございません何分たった今異国より帰ってはいたものですからもちろんきっとのご生還
Talking a lot?
ご人は
ラグナルの弟グンナルだ見知りおけ
You seem fun, but at the same time I'm like... Someone who can say lies also really easily.
ラグナルは死んだ。私のためにすまぬことをしたな。そなたが諸国を奔走してくれていたことは大義であった。そなたの仕事は王の監視と報告だ。使う兵は信用できるものを選ぶ。
You just told him that his brother died, you're not really letting him the time to take the news.
あの軍なるってのはいかんな。口ほど天海の中心があるのも多いし。
See, I had that feeling also.
国に帰るか。
なんつうか、この先どの面してあやいるの。
あいった。やはい当たった。
兄者もあんなになっちまったし。
He's not back?
ビョルンの傷治るといいな。
よくもまあこんな真人間が俺の手下になったもんだぜ。
An honest man who betrayed you.
ビョルンは長く持たねえよ。傷が腹渡まで達してる。
I know!
昔からの手下はトロフィンだけってことになるな。再出発にはちょうどいい。腕は金だ、持ってけ。路金が多くと困ることはねえだろうが。
すまねえ。じゃあ、ありがたく。
宝剣がある。二度と剣を握るな。おめえには似合わねえアトリ。羊を飼い、嫁をもらって、崖をこさえてベッドで死ね。
This condition, you're just... You know, it's a favor to give him gold, but it's another favor to tell him, don't ever be a warrior. I love you, Askeladd, for that. Even more. I didn't think that they would reach the king so quick. You know, I thought that we would have maybe 1 or 2 episodes for that journey to that place, and that during that time we would have Thorkel talking with Thorfinn about Thors, like it would be a lot of discussions moments, and also Canute discussing about his plan with Askeladd, maybe talking about Ragnar again, like for the fact that we already reached the king camp, I was already like, what? To face already the king, what? For them to know that the king prepared an ambush for them and to still go for it, like it's not like they had another choice during that moment. They couldn't be like, oh, in fact, we're gonna see you in 2 hours, like, but outside. No, like really, they were face to face, they had to come inside. But really, it's something to come inside when you know that they prepared that. Clearly, it's one not to defend themselves in case Canute would attack like that. It was to attack first, but at the same time, it was because they knew that Canute would come for them, so it's a sort of defense, you know, to attack first, right there. We are finally seeing the king's face entirely. It was what I supposed, you know, someone old, weak and sick. I still think that he's sick, you know, that something is going on with it. With him, I mean. Askeladd is right, he's smart, and you can see it into his eyes. Even more because after, you know, when he's telling to his men to go for Canute, what he's saying to Canute, and then the fact that he's convinced by Askeladd because he knows that it can be good for political reasons to not do it right now. It's smart, you know, to think like that, to accept what Askeladd said, to even know what Askeladd had in mind, you know, telling him all of that, to talk about Askeladd, that nickname, Askeladd's origins, knowing that it would make him mad, testing him with that, trying, you know, really to have a reason to attack them right now. That's what Canute said, you know, that they had no real reason to kill them right now, and that's why the king didn't do it. I'm suspicious about it, like really you think, Canute, that right there you were safe? At no point your dad would try to kill you. Like that proposition about you accepting that land and to just go to have an easy life and all a peaceful life on your own or I'm gonna kill you, it seemed like a real offer. So I'm like, are we sure? Are we sure that right there he had no intention at all about attacking you, killing you? Canute seems really sure of himself about his dad's intentions and all, which seems weird because he had also that reveal about all of the face thing, but also about his dad, who is truly his dad, the fact that his dad doesn't love him, and what his dad prepared against him, not just so long ago. So I said it during the intro, you're already meeting your parents when you're becoming an adult. Right there, I have the impression that you finally understood your dad, how he's functioning, and already everything about him, in fact. Okay. This reward that he wants to give you, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be a poisonous gift, maybe even, you know, poisonous food, drink, so be careful with that. Canute, he has stuff in mind, you know, a plan, he wants to convince people, he asked for Thorkel to do it, for people to join him, to have a bigger army, you know. And also, if at some point he's taking the throne, to have people who are gonna follow him. Askeladd knows that they can't kill the king just like that. They need to do that, you know, in a subtle way, and to be sure that no one is gonna know who truly did it. I really don't know how they can do it. For now, I really have no idea about Canute's plan and about what maybe he's gonna plan with Askeladd, thinking about that. The fact that Askeladd is now his first advisor, you know, about situations and all, when before it was Ragnar, it's a surprise, you know, like, he's the one who killed Ragnar. It shows a lot about what Canute thinks about the fact that all life is precious and that you can't kill people just like that. We had also during this episode, I can't remember his name, Gunnar, Ragnar's brother, appearing, and really he was so, I don't know the word in English for that, volubile, like he was talking so much with his hands and all, and he was really bragging a lot, and he was really like, you seem like a scammer, like, you know, someone who is trying to sell you something but it's a scam. So really during that moment I was like, maybe you're nice, like you're not a villain, you're not with the king, you truly want to be on Canute's side and all, but I'm gonna be a little suspicious about you, and maybe some of the things that you are saying which are in fact lies, which are interesting for you, you know, to say or something like that. Like, I'm not sure that we can fully trust him. So when Askeladd said the same, you know, that he felt the same vibe coming from the guy, I was like, yeah, see, I was right. The two brothers going away together, I think that it's great, it's a good end, you know, for these characters, and I'm glad that we're taking the time to say goodbye to these characters and to make it meaningful also for Askeladd, because the fact that he gave the gold, it was already a big favor. The fact that he's telling him, don't be a warrior ever again into your life, just have a normal and peaceful life, it's another favor, you know, that he told him. I really think so. That was a good moment, I really appreciated it. Thorfinn, who is continuing to train, it's Thorfinn who is following Canute and Askeladd, but who doesn't want to obey to Canute, but is gonna obey to Askeladd, but for at some point killing him. Floki facing them, really Thorfinn didn't know about Floki. Didn't know at all that Floki gave the order to Askeladd to kill Thors. Clearly, we would have seen something on his face, Thorfinn I mean. And right there, nothing. I'm wondering when Askeladd is gonna say it to Thorfinn. He has to at some point. I hope that it's not gonna be, you know, on his dead bed. You understood what I meant. Oh, Bjorn is not gonna be okay? I appreciated Bjorn. Not really, like, I can't say that I loved his character, but for sure, his interventions each time were fun, you know, entertaining. At least we can give him that. So, bon, we're not gonna have him anymore. Askeladd is really gonna have only Thorfinn with him. Someone who wants to kill him at some point. Canute changed for sure, and everyone can see it. The king, Ragnar's brother, everyone is seeing it. What Canute is saying, it's really like he's mad at his god. He still thinks that God exists, but he's mad at him, and he wants to prove him that all of what God is saying about, you know, you have to do things like that and like that to have a good life in paradise. Canute is really like, no, we're gonna build paradise now on earth, and all of your rules, all of your conditions, it's not okay at all. Like, it's really going with that. And really, with all of what Canute is saying, I'm like, it's a good idea, it's good intentions at least behind it. But again, people who are talking like that, at some point they're becoming dictators because they want so much that paradise, that dream and all, that they're gonna kill, they're gonna, yes, be against everyone who is thinking differently. And for now, you have people following you and you have that purpose to be against your dad, your king, and it's easy because your dad wanted to kill you and all, but at some point, like, if you have other kings who are not okay with what you are doing and all, like, you're gonna want to go against them no matter what, and just because you know the truth, you can see the truth. Do you understand what I mean? We'll see about it when it's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen right now, and not during the next episode that I'm gonna watch right now. Again, if you want to watch it already, if you're watching this video on YouTube, if you want to watch already my reactions and my thoughts to the next episode, you can come on my Patreon for that. And maybe we're gonna have the fight, you versus your dad, you know, the king, during the next episode with the rhythm of this anime. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see. No matter what, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Right.